Desiree. Welcome back. Today I am featuring two Spellbinder Kit of the Month. It is the large die called Stitched for You and the Glimmer called Stitched Glimmer Butterflies. What I am really enjoying with their kits every month is they each go together. So you can combine, you can mix and match. Now I was looking at also pulling in the embossing folder as well, which could have easily been done, but I went another way. So you will get yet another video. I have pulled out some iridescent mirror, and believe it or not, blue and pink cardstock. I love this cardstock. It's got a great shimmer to it. It's a cool color shifting mirror cardstock. And I'm going to use the leaves. So I'm going to do the glimmer, the hot foiling on these leaves. And what it is, they are lines that come out. And there's also dots that will foil on these pieces. Now, I've never foiled on mirror cardstock. I don't believe I did. If somebody knows that I did, let me know. But I don't believe that I did. So this was something I'm like, I wonder how this is going to come out. I'm using gold foil, but I really wanted to see what it would look like with foiling on top of this iridescent cardstock. So I chose one type of petals to be one shade of the mirror cardstock, and then the other set of petals. So the top were pink and the bottom petals of the butterfly were done in blue. I'm putting together my sentiment. So in the large die, the Stitched for You, you get these great big bold sentiments. Hello, thank, birthday, happy, to, from, me. So it was a lot of fun. And then you get this huge U. You can see that on the right hand side, and that's what you can stitch on. You can also stitch on the butterfly. But I had shown in a previous video, when you layer, you can layer these stitched dies in some cases. You don't always have to stitch all of the areas that require stitching. So I'm going to be stitching on the U, but not on the butterflies, because I'm letting that foiling, that mirror cardstock, do all of the work for this. So after I have the hello done, I die cut the black letters 3 times, layered them up, and then I die cut the base that those letters sat on 3 times as well. The U also has a great, look at the size of this. I mean, you can see it in my hand. This is just wonderful. Die cut that 3 times, so when I put those together, I get a nice chipboard piece, lots of dimension. And I die cut the U 2 times. So that's what they look. It looks great. It foiled no problem. I didn't know if, honestly, the mirror cardstock was going to do something because of the, maybe a coating or something. I don't know. It would be my luck. Now, in the Glimmer set, you also get these dies. Since it glimmers the lines and then these dots along those lines, that is how you can line up this die to cut these pieces out. So what's left are these beautiful rays of gold going through the leaves. Now again, you could still foil them, you could still stitch them. Again, whatever you choose or want to do, you can. There are so many possibilities. I'm just showing one way that you can use these plates and dies to create your image. You also get this beautiful background butterfly, and I'm propping each of these wings, inner wings, up using some double-sided foam squares. And you can just see how they color shift. Both of those pieces on the top of that butterfly, it's a petal pink, and then the bottom is a blue. So I love the color shift. That's what I call these. I like to call these color shifting cardstocks because you get so many colors. While the butterfly base is in a tan, I die cut the butterfly body out of a gray cardstock. Again, letting those leaves shine. You can also, when it comes to those wings, think about putting thread through the holes of those in the tan part of the butterfly down into those wings. So as they're propped up, you can certainly do that with a needle. So all of these ideas were just going through my mind of the different ways that you can create with these products. And again, they go so well together. And that is one thing that I am really enjoying, like I said before, that you can mix and match. I'm placing the larger wing up on top of the side view butterfly. And I'm just putting those together so that the two inner wings just come to a point. I don't want them overlapping because I'm going to be adding some embellishments to them. Again, I cut the side butterfly body out of a gray cardstock. And then I'm attaching the antlers to both. So I'm going to glue down each of my letters. And again, I die cut this twice. You are still able to stitch through it. Now, I am going to slow the video down when it comes to when I stitch. And I'm just going to show one side or a portion of the U. All of the stitching will be done the same for each of the letters. So in this case, for this piece, I'm using the Altenew thread, metallic threads, and I'm keeping a very long tail, and I'm holding that with my thumb and middle finger on the other side of the U. I'm coming up in the center, and I'm going down on the outer part of those circles, and I'm just going down and I'm coming up. As I continue around the circle, because it's a metallic thread, and these holes are a nice size, they're not small. So if you used 2 strands of a DMC floss, or even 3, I think you would be fine. And since I put 2 layers of these cardstocks together, it's not going to tear on you. But with metallic thread, I used one strand, so it doesn't grab. It's very fiddly. Yes, fiddly is my new word. But as I'm going around the circle, it's tightening up. It's going to continue to tighten throughout. Once I have that bottom circle done, I'm then going into the second one. Now I'm making sure when I started the first circle that I started at the base of that middle one, so that when I ended, I'm right there. And I can just continue to go around the circle going up. So when I got to that second circle, I started in the center, and then I went down towards the bottom of the top circle. So as I come around, I'll end up there so that I can finish the last circle round. So that I don't have too many threads in the back crossing over, or not necessarily overlapping, mainly crossing over, so that they're not visible. They're going to stay right up the center where the bulk is. When I'm done, I'm going to weave my thread back down to the base of the U, because again, this is metallic thread. And true cross stitchers, if you're out there, you know we don't like to knot. We got a knot on the metallic thread, because it's a different type of thread. It's not like a DMC floss, where it'll grab onto each other. So I do just put a couple small knots at the base. Now, to make sure that all of the stitching that I'm doing, no matter on what letter or what letter that I do this on, I just want to make sure that it holds. So I'm going to take my liquid glue and put a glob and then just dab it with my finger. If you see it on the good side, it's okay. It dries clear. You won't see it, and it doesn't destroy the thread. Because of that stitching that we did, it's going to raise up these letters off of that panel just a little bit. So you definitely want to put something even on top of these letters. You don't want it to dry crooked, because I noticed it was doing that. So you want to make sure that what you put on there, it's either a large acrylic block, or you can see I have them set on an angle, so it's going to keep those letters even. I found this beautiful wood panel in my scrap bin, so I pulled off the adhesive. I have no idea where I got it, but I put that down onto a piece of black cardstock. This is going to be a 4x9 slimline card, but I just loved the look of that wood. I probably should have tried to emboss that. That probably would have been gorgeous. Yeah, I just thought of that now. Now I'm going to place all of my elements. Down the U is going to go into the center. The hello is going to come up off of that, still keeping the acrylic blocks down onto that stitching, the stitch pieces, because again, that glue, there's a lot of glue there, and it's only sitting on those stitches. So I just want to make sure that it's holding. Yes, the vintage photo came into play, and I'm just going around the butterfly wings and looking at my placement. And by placing that, it helps the butterfly to stand out, but I really just wanted that foiling to just shine through. So it's a great way. I added some pearl embellishments to the U and the butterflies, but it's a great way to show that you can mix and match your Spellbinder kits, and they do have offerings for kits that are matched together where you can get some deals. I hope you enjoyed today's project featuring the Glimmer and the Large Die Kit of the Month by Spellbinders. As always, I will have links to their shop, to all of their clubs that are available if you want to check them out. And if you have any questions, by all means, make sure you leave those down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I will also have a link to their gallery so that you can get even more inspiration from all the other designers that are out there for Spellbinders. If you haven't yet, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that you like that, and they will push it for others to see it, and maybe they would enjoy it as well. And I can't say thank you enough for just stopping by and taking the time to watch this video. I truly am grateful and honestly appreciate it. Enjoy your day. Have fun creating your art. You do it every time you are working with your papers or anything that you are creating with. But most of all, remember what's most important. Always be creative, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care, everyone.